speaker today is going to be Mr. John Henry. It has been a while since we have had an educational speech. We often forget, as old-timers, that we need to teach our newcomers about Toastmaster learning culture. John Henry is the 2009 District Evaluation Contest winner. He will be addressing the topic, Evaluate to Motivate, and the time will be 7 to 9 minutes. Please welcome John Henry.
It was a sunshiny day at Deer Valley, and it would be one of my last days as an instructor at Deer Valley. Why? How could something happen? Such a wonderful resort, such wonderful people, and all these green little minions running around doing all your bidding. It's because I was given 10 kids to teach that day. I was given 10 kids to teach that day. And one of them woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and he managed to get away from me twice that day. Despite my best parenting and ski instructing skills, I threw all the tools I had out of my toolbox to keep this kid happy, and I lost him twice that day. Well, needless to say, that didn't bode well for my end of the year evaluation. And that evaluation was so awful that I said, I'm done. I do not want to work for you guys anymore because you're going to treat me like that. I work my tail off, as some of you instructors know. You work your tail off, and then you get this stupid evaluation that takes your energy and enthusiasm and skills that take none of it into consideration. They just want you lost that guy, and you're not good at class management. Forget you guys, I'm out of there. So an evaluation is critical because they lost one of their best instructors that day. So I want to talk to us about evaluation because we do a lot of evaluating here every week, and we want to cultivate an environment that encourages people. That they leave after speaking going, I want to go speak again. I want to get up and do that again. So how do we do that? I'm going to give you 6 keys. If you want to take notes, that'd be wonderful. The first key is to show that you are interested. Show that you are interested. An evaluation is not a chance to get up and talk about yourself. It's not an opportunity to grandstand. Believe it or not, I was in an evaluation contest years ago. Some of you were at this contest. And the person got up to evaluate, and you only have 2 to 3 minutes. And this person spent 2 of those 3 minutes talking about themselves. It was amazing. What are you doing? They're all dressed professional, and they're trying to, I have all this experience, and this great quote to share with you today. And it's like, what? What are you talking about? Totally missed the point. He did not listen to the speaker. He did not take the time to make observations that were meaningful. And that's what it's about. It's being sincere, making your observation, being interested in what the speaker is doing and how you can help them. So we need to show that we are interested in the speaker. The second point is to consider the speaker's objectives. When you evaluate, the speaker always has an objective. Today my objective is to educate. But if you're going through the first 10 speeches, they all have specific objectives. So if the objective is, in Kathy's case, is if it's storytelling, exaggeration, well, you're evaluating her on her ability to exaggerate and tell a story. You're not evaluating her on using props or whatever the different ones are, vocal variety. I mean, those you could mention things about that, but the main point is storytelling and exaggeration. You have to keep your focus on that. And sometimes we get off track and we evaluate on something completely different. Third point, personalize your language. When we get up here and evaluate someone, we are not speaking for the group. I'm representing the club, and the club believes that you are da-da-da-da-da-da. No, you're speaking from yourself. So we want to use I statements, not you statements. You didn't do this, or you should have done that, or you failed to. And those sound hurtful, and they put people on the defensive. But an I statement, or, this was my reaction. I suggest that you do that, or I made the observation, so that people understand this is just coming from me. And it's not about attacking them, and it's not the movement speaking against them. It's our reactions. Fourth point, evaluate the speech and not the person. We're not there to hurt anybody. There's that old saying, sticks and stones, right? I don't believe that statement. The words will never hurt me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Baloney. Most of us, some people are immune to words. There's a few of us. But most of us, words are pretty hurtful. So we need to be careful with our language so that we're not hurting people, but we're building them up. We can challenge them and give them insight that's helpful and not hurtful. And we're talking about their delivery. We're not talking about them or their ideas. And if anything, we want to help them get their ideas across. Even though we may not agree with their ideas, how can we help them get their ideas across? And what did they do in their delivery specifically that was right or could use some improvement? Fifth point is promote self-esteem. And this is the famous sandwich. If you haven't heard about the sandwich yet, you're going to hear it today. And this is what we believe in here in Toastmasters. The sandwich, of course, has a top bun, has the meat, and has a bottom bun. And these two sections are positive. This is the positive. And this section is, I suggest you consider making these changes. That's the meat. And it's only a third at the most of your evaluation. So we shouldn't get up and, this would be, we shouldn't have this huge piece of meat and a little bun at the end. That's not a good sandwich. Right? We want a really good sandwich. And this is what I do. You want John Henry's secret to a great evaluation? I write all these notes. Go crazy writing notes. And then I go, what are three good things? So this is good, right? What are three things? So I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3. Those are three good things. And then, a couple areas of improvement or recommendations. Okay, I want to recommend that. And then what are the best three things? And I always say what I thought was the very best thing about their speech. I always save it for last. So, best things, 4, 5, 6. So I'm saving this guy for last because that's the kicker. Man, that was so good. I want to end there. So the last thing they hear from me is me just singing their praises. That make sense? This strategy, you don't have to use this. I mean, Mark Eaton has yet to use this. After so many years. But he always gives a great evaluation. So this isn't the only way to do it, but this is a great strategy. Last point is please do not flatter. It really bothers me when people get up and they go, that was an awesome speech! Awesome? Really? How many of us have actually heard an awesome speech? Maybe a couple times in your life? Maybe? I mean, like a jaw-dropping, wow! That person blew me away. I haven't heard one of those speeches here. We have some wonderful speeches. Wonderful speeches. But I've never heard an awesome speech. Okay, so that's flattery. We're just jacking them up with all these words that have no meaning. So please, you don't have to say things, you were amazing, I couldn't believe it. Just say what you mean. That was delightful. It was very entertaining. I enjoyed it. You educated me. Whatever it is, but speak from your heart. Evaluations are critical. Not only do they help us and give us an opportunity to speak, but they help the speakers improve. They're a vital part of Toastmasters, and they help us become the leaders and speakers that we want to be. Mr. Toastmaster.
So I hope you take some notes. About 2-3 weeks ago, I think I was evaluating a land. And somebody sent me a little note.